As an administrator, you have access to the Admin Center, which has four main tabs: pending hours, user management, volunteer history, and payments. Let's go over each tab quickly. In the pending hours tab, you'll see all of the incoming hours that have been pre-confirmed by the organization that the student volunteered at. If you take a look at one, you'll notice that it has the description of service as well as the supervisor's name and email and the date it was submitted. Directly from here, we can go ahead and accept or reject the hours. If we choose reject, we're also prompted to explain why the hours were rejected. In the User Management tab, we can manage groups as well as onboard plenty of new students. We can filter users with the left search box, and here I can see that I not only have basic user permissions but also basic admin rights and super admin rights. Most students only have basic user permissions. We can quickly create new groups, which is used often for homerooms as well as grade levels, and move people between groups. So let's say we have a new student who should be a part of the class of 2019. We could simply select that student, drag them into the class of 2019. We can select several students at once as well. To onboard new students throughout the year, you can type in their first and last name as well as their email address and the initial password you want them to have, and press Add User. That'll add the user to whatever group you're currently looking at. More commonly, however, you'll want to add an entire grade level at the beginning of a new school year. First, you'll create a new group, let's say the class of 2019, and then go into that group. Once you're inside that group, you'll press Add Several Users, and then follow the instructions, which essentially lead you to upload a .csv file, which is a comma-separated file that you can export directly from Microsoft Excel. This spreadsheet, once uploaded, will turn into Saholo users, and in no time you'll have onboarded an entire grade level into the system. The third and most interesting tab is Volunteer History. All administrators have access to this tab, even if they only have basic admin rights. It looks similar to a student's dashboard, except gives you much more information. First of all, we have the time range filter, which is currently set to the school year. Immediately you'll see that in this school year, students have already volunteered 1,900 hours across 30 different organizations. These totals include both accepted hours and hours that are still pending. If we click into pending hours, you'll notice that 157 of those hours are still pending. As we change the time range, the volunteer history will also update to reflect. You can see that all time, the school has submitted 43,000 hours of volunteering across 382 organizations, with this student in the lead. You can organize and sort any of these columns, as well as filter by keywords and groups. Let's say we want to see how many hours have been submitted by the class of 2017 related to cancer. We can type in cancer as the filter, and then type in the class of 2017. Select that group, and we can immediately see that the class of 2017 has volunteered 75 hours on cancer-related volunteering tasks. Finally, we can switch from user display mode to organization display mode. If we click on organization display mode, it puts the focus on the organization. So we can see which organizations contribute to volunteering related to cancer. You'll notice the front runner is in fact the American Cancer Society, which our school has put 1,965 hours into across 117 different students. The Volunteer History tab is often used by homeroom teachers to manage their group of students. If we go into a homeroom filtered automatically by this school year, you'll notice that 2 of the 9 students have already begun their community service requirements. However, none of them have achieved the 20 hours required for the school year. Additionally, you can go into a specific user's account. Once in that account, you can go in and override any of the statuses of these hours. So if you had made a mistake, you can press one of these records and switch the status to rejected or deleted.